Is the DCU actually dead right now? Or are people just finding more things to complain about with superhero movies? What is going on, fellow movie lovers, and welcome back to the Luke Ponto channel, here to bring you guys another brand new movie review. If you guys are new here today, welcome. Hit that subscribe button down below and that notification button right next to it. Hit that thumbs up and share this video. You guys know what to do. But here we are, guys. The newest entry into the DCEU. Today we are talking about Shazam! Fury of the Gods. This one was once again directed by David F. Sandberg, as was the film's predecessor, and it once again stars Zachary, Levi, Jack Dylan Grazer, Jamon Hounsou, amongst others, and also this time bringing in Helen, Mirren, Lucy Liu, and Rachel Zegler. Bestowed with the powers of the gods, Billy Batson, played by Asher Angel, and his fellow foster kids are still learning how to juggle teenage life with their adult superhero alter egos. When a vengeful trio of ancient gods arrives on Earth in search of the magic stolen from them long ago, Shazam, once again played by Zachary Levi, and his allies get thrust into battle for their superpowers, their lives, and the fate of the world. As for my excitement with Shazam 2, I was really hyped for this movie, especially because of how much I adored the first Shazam. It's not like the best comic book film of all time. It certainly is not. It's not trying to add anything new. It's just a fun comic book movie. It's just what it's supposed to be. And I kind of walked into this one hoping this was going to be better. And because, to be honest, this actually was my most anticipated comic book movie of the year because of how much I love the first one. And also, they brought back David F. Sandberg, who directed the first film, and they were actually going to explore a little bit more into the Shazam family, which I really admired. And needless to say, though, there was like a lot of backlash going in with this movie. Like, it has like a 53 or something on Rotten Tomatoes, which is crazy. Like, I was really, really pumped for this. And then when I saw those reviews, I was like, oh no, please don't let this be bad. And thankfully, I walked out not hating this movie. I actually did enjoy this movie enough for what it is. And I know it's not going to offer anything new to the DCEU, but that's not really what I was expecting, to be personally honest. I'm not like thinking, oh, it's going to be the one that actually changes the DCEU. It wasn't anything that I was like, oh, yeah, this is like going to change everything. Like, I kind of figured it wouldn't be, because face it, it's Shazam. It's not really going to offer anything new. One of the biggest positives I can say about this film is the action. The action in this film was actually really well done, really well choreographed, really well directed, and really well edited, surprisingly, because I didn't think it was going to be like the best. I mean, the action in this film didn't really seem all that great from the trailers, which, keep in mind, I've actually only watched the Comic-Con trailer, and that was it. I never watched any other trailer beyond that. So that might be why I actually did come to the conclusion that I actually did enjoy this movie, even though they freaking spoiled a cameo online. The action in this film is actually really well done, especially with some of the effects that are used in this film. I know it's CG, but I think what they were able to do with the CG effects in this one were actually really well handled. It doesn't feel dated or anything like that. It doesn't feel like anything that was pulled out of the 2000s or anything like that. But it actually really does work for the film's benefits, in my opinion. I did really like the final battle sequence, which was pretty awesome, I'm not going to lie. And I actually do want to touch upon these performances. First, let's talk about Zachary Levi. This guy is one of the most underrated actors working in the industry right now. I loved him in the first Shazam. I loved him in Tangled. And he was great as Kurt Warner in American Underdog from a couple years ago. This dude does not seem to miss for me, because he's a very charismatic guy. Like, he's super charismatic with his characters. He adds, of course, he brings a lot of charisma to them. And he is a very likable actor, for sure. He does have a lot of likability to his work. Him being Shazam once again he was really good in this. He had some really great action in there for what they were given. It was really well done. I also did really like Jack Dylan Grazer in this film once again as Freddie Freeman. I think he really did shine in this film a little bit more than he did get to in the first movie. And definitely more. He definitely shines a lot more in this one. And I also want to talk about Rachel Zegler in this movie as Anthea. I loved her in West Side Story as Maria. And she has like quite a bit of projects already lined up going into like later this year and also 2024. She's got a lot lined up for her career. And she was really good in this movie. Now, On the surface level, a lot of people might call her character confusing because you don't really know what side she's on. But once it comes down to the point, she definitely has a great character arc in this movie. It really, really works. I think what she's given for her character arcs, I thought was really well done. Same thing with for Freddy, as for Jack Dylan Grazer, for his character arcs, I thought it was really well done. And Djimon Hounsou also as the Wizard was fantastic. I mean, I just love Djimon Hounsou. What can I say? I love that man. I actually really did like the Shazam family dynamic. I know a lot of people might find things to complain about their family dynamic in this one, but for what I got out of it, I think it was really well handled for the film. And I know it definitely could have been handled in some better facets, but for what I got out of it, it was pretty well done for me. But speaking of dynamics, that's kind of where this film leads into my negatives. First of all, the dynamic between Helen Mirren and Lucy Liu. And I'm going to be honest, it's not on them at all. They are good in this movie, especially Helen Mirren, who easily acts circles around Lucy Liu, even though Lucy Liu was good in this movie. But I just feel like their dynamic, with the way that they were written, was weird. Like, I didn't really get their dynamic together, because it was like, I mean, they're on the same side, but it was like their dynamics with each other just did not really mesh well together, and it was just very odd to think about. But again, it's not on those actors at all. They are good in the movie. It's just the characters that they were given and the way that they were written, I thought, was very poorly done, and I didn't really think I couldn't really get into their characters very well. And some jokes in this movie, this is kind of the same complaint I had with Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, but again, this is just what I think. I do think some of the humor in this film kind of gets in the way of certain moments. Like sometimes the humor is just like, it's just like, hey, let's just have a joke in here for no reason. And I'm just like, you kind of just wasted an opportunity of a joke. Like, you just wasted a joke. Like, it's just weird. And also my final negative with this film, which is actually my biggest issue with this movie, is the ending. The final 10 minutes of this film. Like, it was just stupid. Like, and again, another one of my complaints with Quantumania was the final 5 minutes. It was stupid. I don't know, man. They really should have executed that ending a lot better. And, like, I'm not going to get into spoilers here because this is a spoiler-free video. But, I don't know. The way that this film ended just make me start scratching my head. I was like, what did I just witness? That was dumb. Like, it's stupid. But other than those issues, I did have a good time with Shazam! Fury of the Gods. I do think it is a fun little thrill ride that you can just go to the theater and check out with the family. It is a good movie. I do enjoy this movie. Just, I don't know. The ending, oh my god. I'm going to give Shazam! Fury of the Gods a 3.75 out of 5. It's definitely not as good as the first movie by any means. It definitely tries a bit too hard in regards to being a bigger and better movie. Like, so bigger isn't always better, but when you actually can do bigger, like actually right, but like bigger and better right, it's actually a good movie. Or it's more like a fantastic movie, I should say. But with this one, they do a pretty good job with it. It's just, I don't know. It wasn't quite as good as I was hoping it would be. I did walk out a little bit disappointed, but it still was a fun enough time at the theater, and I do recommend checking it out on the big screen if you can. But of course, this is my opinion. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys thought of Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Do you prefer this over the first film, or do you enjoy the first film more? And also, let me know what your favorite DCEU film is down in the comments below. I'd love to hear getting to hear guys' thoughts and all that good stuff. So, and also, one last friendly reminder, hit that subscribe button once again and that notification bell right next to it. Hit that thumbs up and share this video. You guys know what to do. And look forward to more content hitting the channel here very, very, very soon, including tonight at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, where we're going to watch along for Halloween Ends to finally finish off that franchise. I'm also going to be continuing on my Moviegoers live show tomorrow at 8:15 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm going to be doing it with my boy Zegler. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then on Wednesday at 7:15 p.m. Central Standard Time, I'm going to be doing it with my pal Jennifer Vega. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys are there. As far as new releases, we got John Wick Chapter 4, we got Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves, Super Mario Brothers, Evil Dead Rise, Renfield. Lots of stuff we can look forward to, much, much more. Y'all are the best. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you guys want to see more content from me, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.